The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, probably known best for their teal field, but I've got big plans today. We're gonna rebuild Coastal Carolina until we break every single record in the record book. We'll be playing in the Sun Belt, so our competition isn't too steep. Granted, we are one of the worst teams in the Sun Belt. At a 76 overall, 1.5-star program, I'm gonna be building a recruiter head coach. To break every single record, I wanna recruit some monster 3, 4, 5 stars, and if I can do that, I think it'll make this a whole lot easier. Head coach Julian Eilick is ready to take over for the Chanticleers. In case you're wondering, a Chanticleer is a proud and fierce rooster. Let's get serious, though. We've got some records to break. All right, career Coastal Carolina records. 10,000 career passing yards, definitely doable. D'Angelo Henderson had 4,600 rushing yards on his career. That's a shockingly large amount. That's over 1,000 every single season starting as a freshman. It's well over 1,000. It's over 1,100. Receiving yards is super doable. Looks like this has historically been a run-dominant team. Receptions, very doable. Passing touchdowns, 72 is high. 25 career sacks, 17 career interceptions. Whoa, that's really tough too. On top of that, there are our season records. So passing yards in a season, 3,389. We can definitely beat that. Don't tell me that Josh Norman played for Coastal Carolina. Oh my God. Josh Norman, NFL Josh Norman, beef with Odell Beckham Jr. Josh Norman, was a walk-on at Coastal Carolina. And he's got the single season interception record at 8. That's actually crazy. Looks like Mike Tolbert also played for Coastal Carolina. Honestly, Mike Tolbert and Josh Norman is some pretty cool alumni. He went for 244 in a game. 266 receiving yards in a game is crazy. 13 receptions. We can beat all of these. It's just going to take some time. Dude, even Josiah Stewart was at Coastal Carolina? All right, gentlemen, we got some work to do here. Let's start out by looking at our roster right now. Matthew McDoom, Juan Powell, Zavon Lindsay, Tobias Fletcher. The thing is we could attempt to break some records right now. I think this is going to be so much easier if we get a super good recruiting class in and then just send those guys at the fire. So Tad Hudson, this quarterback, freshman quarterback right here, honestly has really good potential. His stats can get really high. He's already a 75 overall. He's a 3-star, and he hasn't redshirted yet. So we could redshirt him this season. I think Tad Hudson actually has a really good shot at breaking some of these records if we start him next season as a redshirt freshman. As far as our halfbacks go, we don't have any freshmen at all. I think I'm probably going to wait on the halfback position. Also, position swapping a super fast wide receiver is like a very OP strategy, but I think I'll probably do it. Wide receivers. Ooh, we do have a super fast freshman wide receiver, Zachary Vidner. It's a crazy name. But he's only a 62 overall. I think we need to let this kid redshirt too. If him and Tad Hudson redshirt well, yeah, I mean, he can even get faster. His elusiveness can go up. This guy could be really good too. Obviously struggling right now, but honestly, I don't think there's much we can do in season 1 other than sim. I want to redshirt both these guys. Tad Hudson and Zachary Vidner. I'm going to give those guys the red shirt. We'll get them in the rotation starting next season, but let's sim the season out. Of course, we do need to do some really good recruiting. If I can land some of these 3 stars, we're going to be in business. Already found a busted gem. There's a gem. Avery Flynn. Busted gem. Yo, let's find a diamond in the rough here, gentlemen. We're finding a lot of rough. Bingo. Sydney Boss, a 5'6" wide receiver. He's pretty slow too, but he is a gem, so he's got a lot of potential. Ooh, really good free safety here. That is a fast halfback. Deion Jamison, 90 speed, 90 excel, elusive back, gem. I like you. Another super fast running back, 91 speed, 91 excel. I mean, super fast is a stretch, but dude, running backs just are not that fast in this game. DeAndre Blunt. Okay, we're finding a lot of gem running backs. All right, initial week of recruiting. We've got some good guys to look at. Right now, our playbook doesn't matter so much, but we will need to switch this based on what we're trying to do. If I'm trying to break a running back record, I need University of Michigan, Texas A&M, a playbook that's run dominant. If I'm trying to break a passing record, we got to go air raid. Clemson is generally really good. So I'm going to go Clemson's air raid for right now. But again, this current season, it doesn't matter. I'm not going for much right now. Just trying to recruit good players. I'm going to send the house on all my gems and a couple other good guys I like. Forrest Vaughn's athlete scrambler gem. Dude, Gerard Gooch, you better be a freak show, dude. You know, Gerard Gooch kind of sucks, but I kind of want him. Just him to the end of the season, and that's the best thing I could see on my screen. A 3-star right guard is committed. We finished the season 8-4, 5-3 in the Sun Belt. It's a lot better than I expected. Jalen Milroe gets the Heisman. Congratulations. We're taking on Toledo in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. All right, let's talk about our good recruits. We did get the gem free safety, Eric Siegel. We got the gem wide receiver, Sydney Boss. Got the 3-star Shillings. We got Deion Jamison, 3-star running back. He's a gem, so technically a 4-star. Added to the O-line, got a 3-star athlete, DeAndre Blunt, got Landry Levens, and still hoping to land George Umodu, Zach Hyman, Corey Boykin. Zach Hyman, welcome. I want to recruit a few quarterbacks in case our boy Max Hudson didn't pan out. There's the gem wide receiver. All right, Tad Hudson, now the redshirt freshman. He must have gotten an upgrade, but it didn't change his overall because he's still a 75. But he will have 4 full years. In the meantime, we can redshirt Zach Hyman just in case Tad Hudson doesn't work out. Deion Jamison, the freshman. I'm going to start him right now. 90 speed, 90 excel. He's only a 66 overall, but he has a lot of potential. Dude, and the senior, Trey Taylor, had a huge offseason. He's got 96 speed, 99 excel. I think I'm going to put him as our wide receiver 1 as well as our slot wide receiver. I think that's going to give him a good chance to break some single game, maybe single season records, although I don't think he can get any career records right now. But Trey Taylor's looking really good, actually. I think this season could easily be a massive season for Trey Taylor. He's got really good, like, this kid's a stud. 96 speed, 99 excel. Elusiveness is way up there. He's even got platinum tier shifty. Let's just get him the ball a bunch this season, see how this goes. Season 2 is not going as planned. We are 1-6 at midseason. We're getting smacked. I thought Clemson Playbook would put us in the good spot, but not so much. We do have some solid recruits. John Kilgo, Dexter Rooks, getting some good wide receivers in here. But since we've been losing all these games, I've kind of gotten people a little less interested than I would have hoped. I'm going to hop in here and play the moments against Georgia State. Clearly looks like a really good team and hopefully put us in a little better position than we are right now because we're getting worked right now. I'm going to rock the fun alternate uniforms, play the moments, and let's make sure that we get some balls into Trey Taylor. The single game receiving yards record is 266. I could try to break that right now. Now, obviously, I want this challenge to be a mix of good recruiting, good game planning, good managing, and I want to play a little bit too. I obviously could break every single record very quickly if I just played every single game. You know, I want to feel like I managed the team properly, you know? All right, Trey Taylor. You're the guy I'm looking at today, but if you're not open, I'm not going to force it. Now, Ty Hudson's going to be really big for us today and all season long. Troy Taylor's got shifty, but he isn't using it right there. I think man coverage is favorable for us just because of how fast Trey Taylor is compared to the rest of the Sun Belt. That is some insane pass rush. Would you guys chill out? We're going 5 wide on 3rd and 25. Got a lot of yards to make up here. I'm gonna go Trey Taylor over the top. I just gotta pray. Oh my goodness, dude. Is there a record for interceptions thrown? I might be able to break that today. Dude, we're at home too. The fans are not happy about this. All right, they got me coming in for a 3rd and 8. Dude, I feel like I can't move the football at all right now. But there's some man coverage on Trey Taylor, who's gonna use that platinum shifty to turn upfield. I don't think we're breaking any records today, but hopefully we're putting ourselves in a good position. All right, 1st and 10 for Tad Hudson. I see Taylor. He's really not open. I got to take Courtney. I think Trey Taylor will clear here. I think this is man coverage. It's not. It's a blitz. Trey Taylor's going to make a tough reception. Nice work. All right, let's keep it up. 1st and goal. Just feeding receptions, feeding yards. I don't know if you guys saw my video with Texas. But wow, that was an absolute grind. This is a different grind. The records we have to break aren't nearly as difficult, but our players aren't nearly as good. That's a nice touchdown, though, for Trey Taylor. All right, 14-0. I like what we're doing here. Trey Taylor's got some man coverage. He's got a deep post. That's not a good football, but it's caught anyway. It was a red. Wait, that was a red? That was kind of a dot. That was an incredible football. Hey, if that's a bad throw, Hudson, you can throw that bad throw every day of the week. I'm going right back to Trey Taylor. He's double covered. Dude, Trey Taylor. This kid had an amazing offseason. He's a little too tired now. I think I've been kind of working this kid to death. And I think if Taylor's got inside, I got to just whip him this football. Ooh, that's such a bad throw. We could break that single. Dude, we could break the record right now. We could break the single game receiving record. Maybe the single game receptions at 13. This could be a really big game. We are 1-6. We are horrible this season. But that doesn't mean we can't break some records, right? Although my next moment comes in the 4th quarter. Just not good here. Rousseau Jr., 4th and 13. What do we got, boys? What do we got? Good defense. Coastal? Where's my boy Trey Taylor? You know Trey Taylor's just sick of running this route, but I'm sorry, son. We got to get you some receptions and maybe in the end zone. I don't think we're going to get any records today, but this is really setting us up for some career records. Although, I don't know. Trey Taylor's cooking. Do I get another possession with this football? Guess I got red zone alert again. We're back in the red zone. My goodness. I don't know how we're back in the red zone already, but... oh, onside kick, of course. They go for the onside kick. Trey Taylor, another bad football. Hey, he's a freshman, all right? Give Hudson a break. He's a redshirt freshman. It's his first couple snaps. Well, that's not true. He's played all season long, and he's been pretty shit all season long. I'm going to find Trey Taylor on another whip route so long as Georgia State keeps running this man coverage. Just kidding. That is not man coverage. Uh-oh. I'm going to risk it. Trey Taylor! He caught it. Am I going to get a record here? I don't know how many he has right now. Teeny would need more than 13 receptions. Might be getting passing touchdowns. I'm just throwing it. Oh my God. No way that went through. Do I get another possession? Seems incredibly unlikely. No time on the clock. They snap it. They throw it. We intercept it. And Pinckney goes out of bounds. There should be time on this clock. With 1 second left, I'm going to have one more throw to Trey Taylor. This looks like man coverage. If Trey Taylor gets open, I might break the record right here. The single game receiving yards record for Coastal Carolina. It is man coverage. Trey Taylor looks well defended, but he caught it, and he broke the tackle. Trey Taylor. Trey Taylor. Oh my God! On the final play, Trey Taylor! Dude, that was like a miracle ball. It was a bad pass. It was caught. He broke the tackle. Oh my God, that has to be a record, dude. Trey Taylor was dominating. Let me see the player of the game stats. I don't know about his receptions, though. 14 catches, 308 yards, and 6. It all came down to that last catch. He needed 14. He got 14. He needed those yards, too. He needed 266. It literally all came down to that final throw. Trey Taylor, the senior, the highest overall player on this team, puts it in the end zone for a Coastal Carolina record. Oh, my God. That was electric. Trey Taylor for the record books. Get off of me. I got a record to break. All the way to the end zone. Take a bow, son. Well, I got to say, that is the beauty of a record-breaking rebuild, because we are 2-6, which is horrible, but we're in the record books pretty early here. Coastal Carolina, single game records. Trey Taylor, receiving yards. Trey Taylor, receptions. Touchdown catches. We got 3 on the board in that one game. And if he keeps putting up numbers like that, I think we have a shot at receiving yards. The big problem is we're so bad, I don't think we're going to make a bowl game this season. So that's one less game that he would get to play. Also, keep in mind, college football playoffs, those count. Like, those games count for your career records. I don't know that we're ever even gonna make the playoffs on Coastal, unless it's like 30 years from now. Now, there is one good thing I'll say. If you take a look at all of our losses here, they're high-scoring losses, so we are putting up stats, right? Like, we scored 40 on James Madison, 16, 14, 24, 34, 21. It's not great, but we're not getting shut out. If we're getting shut out, like, I don't even have a chance. Let's try and close this season out strong. I think I've had my input on year 2. All right, you know what? That was a pretty solid midseason turnaround. We still had a losing record of 5-7, but looks like our Georgia State win inspired us to get 3 more. I do need to see season stats, though, to see if we can realistically get some records. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Clemson playbook is really good. I only need to have 10,000 career passing yards to break Coastal's career passing yards record. Tad Hudson just went for 3,400 at his lowest overall. This is the worst he's going to be. We are going to crush that record. Honestly, the difficult one, though, is rushing yards. Right now, we're in Clemson's playbook. We're not going to get any rushing yards. Honestly, I can virtually ignore my running backs right now. That feels bad, but Deion Jamison, you could be Emmitt Smith for all I care. You're not going to get the yards to break these records. Receiving, though, oh, did he break it? Did he break the single season record? Trey Taylor, 92 receptions, 1,346 yards, and 18 touchdowns on the season. This was his last. Oh, damn. Trey Taylor went off in his last season, bro. I kind of feel bad. Defensively, as you can see, though, we're not breaking any records right now. I've really got to recruit a 4 or 5-star freak show like outside linebacker, left end, and switch up my defense for that. And interceptions, I'm gonna be honest, interceptions is a fucking pot shot, bro. You have virtually no control over interceptions, so I'm gonna leave that one up to chance for now before I really spend some time on it. The records I want to break right now, I need to go for the ones that are within my control. Let me look at season, though. Did I just break Coastal season with Trey Taylor? Yes, sir! Dude, what a season for Trey Taylor. He killed it. Obviously, I helped a lot with that 306-yard game, but he got 1,000 some on his own. Trey Taylor breaks the single season receiving yards, receptions, and touchdown catches. Not only that, but he has all these single game records as well for Coastal Carolina. So when it's all said and done, most of our wide receiver records are already complete other than career. That is the problem. I didn't have nearly enough time with Trey Taylor here. There's going to be a different wide receiver who gets these career records. Holy shit. What? Oh my God. Tad Hudson just had the most electric offseason. He's an 86 overall. He went from a 79 to an 86. He's now the best player on this team. Whoa, what did you do, son? He maxed out his accuracy as high as it can go. Powers 2 away. He can still get a lot faster. And obviously, he can still get a ton of abilities. All he has right now is bronze tier sleight of hand. Tad Hudson, definitely the right call. I can't believe how much better he got. Our next best player is Nick Del Grande. Then it's 2 running backs, which is truly a bummer considering we're not using them. Actually, it's 3 running backs. Deion Jameson's up there too. That's a bummer. Okay, I need to look at our wide receivers. Zachary Weidner is now a junior. He never got redshirted. I thought he would automatically redshirt by not playing that first year. For some reason, he didn't. Maybe he accidentally got some reps. Maybe he had a kick returner or something. I've got to develop somebody. They've got to be a freshman with high potential. I am a little bummed out here. None of these wide receivers are good options. Every single one of them is capped on their speed potential. I'm going to have to recruit better wide receivers. I'm a little bummed out. Like, look at this. George Umodu is a 56 overall, and he legitimately, like, why are you even in the game? Why are you on my team, bro? I should cut you right now. Year 3 was really just a developmental season. I wasn't ready to put my eggs in any of those wide receiver baskets. We went 8-5, and the program is now a 2-star. We're a 79 overall. I like where we're at. Tad Hudson put up marginally more yards, 3,400 this season, 32 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's definitely going to get our career records here. I don't know how I get him to beat the single season record for yards though, which I believe is 3,900. We're gonna need a big bowl game, maybe a different playbook. Sometimes I like to look nationally, see how other, quarterbacks were doing around the league. And it looks like Emmett Brown with USC put up 4,700. Gotta remember though, some of these guys played college football playoff games that we did not. But Caden Hauser put up 4,400. ECU. TCU ends up putting up a ton. Avery Johnson is, granted, he's a 99 overall. Ethan Vasco put up 4,000 with Clemson playbook. I really regret trying to redshirt Zachary just by letting him redshirt because he's now our second best player on the team. He's gonna have a really big season. He might even break some of Trey Taylor's records, but you know what? Sidney Boss actually progressed really well. Could he get the career records if we started him right now? No, he's maxed out. Sidney Boss is as good as he can be. That's such a bummer. Doesn't have any abilities right now, so all he'd be getting is abilities if we started him right now. He'd only have 3 years. Dude, I do actually have a pretty crazy option, though. I think we're going to start this kid. Gene Steppers, which electric name, number 1. Gene Steppers, come on. 6'4", 208, 96 speed. Okay, here's the problem. Gene Steppers' quickness is maxed. I wouldn't call it a problem because he's 96, 94. He's really, really good. His elusiveness is maxed. And that's probably because he's 6'4". So he can't really get much better in the open field. His hands can get marginally better, and they're not great. His route running can get significantly better. It sucks. This guy looks like he was probably supposed to be a tight end, but I guess he's playing wide receiver. Power and IQ, still have a chance. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to start him right now. We're going to give him 4 great years here at Coastal Carolina. He'll have a quarterback switch halfway through that because we've only got 2 more years of Hudson. But this is probably the best my wide receiver core has ever been because I have Weidner, I've got Boss, and then Gene Steppers can be wide receiver 1 along with slot wide receiver. He's going to get a ton. He's not a very good slot wide receiver, though. He's a pitiful slot wide receiver. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to find out. He's 6'4", 208, though. Like, just throw the guy the ball. First college football playoff poll, we're 4-0 in the Sun Belt, 7-1. Am I ranked? Would have been cool if we were ranked. Okay, so obviously we're doing something right this season. I think it's just because Tad Hudson's so good. Yeah, he's still in 24-4. He's getting abilities now. 2,300 yards. What about Gene Steppers? I'm kind of shocked. Gene Steppers being slot wide receiver and wide receiver 1 is still not our lead receiver. It's Boss and Weidner. 10 touchdowns though for Gene. Defensively, one of the first guys we ever recruited, Donald Schillens. 6 sacks so far. That's actually really solid. Donald, are you on pace to break some records? Some sack records? You can still get a lot better. Well, we did the inverse of the other season. We started out so hot and then we ended out 8-6. Oh, so that means we got the Sun Belt Championship championship. We lost. Then we got a bowl game. Then we lost that. But still, that's a lot of games, a lot of stats. Hudson! Hudson just broke the single season passing yards. See, it's super helpful to get that Sun Belt championship and that final bowl game. 4,208 passing yards on the season. That's huge. I didn't think we were going to get that right now. Receiving. Yeah, God, dude. Gene Stepper's like, I did everything to make him like the #1 guy, and he still wasn't. I mean, Boss and Weidner are both really good. Dude, this is impressive. Sidney Boss did this at wide receiver 2, not even slot or 1. 7 sacks out of Donald Shillings is quite nice. I got to pay more attention to him. He might be able to break some records. So our career sacks record is Taron Jackson with 25. So if Donald Shillings, only a sophomore, could get 2 seasons with 8 sacks, he could get it. Josiah Stewart had 13 in a season. That's going to be tough to beat. That's like a sack a game. Tad Hudson now has single season passing touchdowns and passing yards. We've got a lot of these records in here too. Single game sack rate. Dude, Josiah Stewart is going to make these defensive ones very difficult. But Tad Hudson now has the career passing yards. He also has career passing touchdowns. But we don't have anything else career-wise. Gene Steppers. Let's see if you have a good offseason. I need that kid to have a good offseason. I need his route running to go up. Right now, he's kind of a bum. Not even gonna lie. Holy shit. Gene Steppers went from what was he, a 69 to an 86. That is not right. What on earth could you have done in the offseason to go straight to an 86? He maxed his route running. Okay, so the best that Gene Steppers can be is 98 deep, but 86 medium and 85 short. This guy is exclusively a post-streak corner route guy. He doesn't give a shit about your whip routes. He doesn't care about a slant, a drag. This guy goes a yard every play. That is the best offseason ever for Gene Steppers. And that also means that the next 2 years, all he'll be upgrading is his abilities. He can only get takeoff and double dip. He can't even get anything else. No, he can't even get takeoff. This guy can only get double dip to improve his double move routes. He's going to have platinum double dip and nothing else. This is crazy. Dude, look at Tad Hudson. Also, Coastal Carolina, look at our overall. Like, we're doing such... Ironically, we're doing an incredible Coastal Carolina rebuild just by going for the records. Which does make sense. You got to be doing well to go for records. Our next best player is Jacob Kotowskis, then Daniel Jones. Is that the Daniel Jones I know? Professional K. Adams cheek clapper Daniel Jones? I don't think so. All right, let's look at the schedule for this upcoming season because Gene Stepper is about to get so many reps. ECU, Wyoming. Oh, wow. Wow, this is a very favorable schedule. Usually we have like one really tough team. A 9-3 season. We got the Frisco Bowl against Rice. Dude, I'm so sad to see Tad Hudson go. He's hard carried this team. His senior season as a 91 overall. 3,400 yards, 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. There's a big season out of Gene Steppers. He's definitely going to break the records, but he's nowhere near as, like, dominant as I expected him to be. Put up 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Boss and Rousseau put in pitiful run game offense. Although DeAndre Blunt got in the end zone 10 times. He did fumble 5, though. Stop it. Jesus, man. Hang on to the football. Defensively, another 6.5 sacks out of Shillings, who had a really good offseason, but he's a senior, so he's not going to break any records. It's going to have to be someone else. We have 2 power rushers with platinum recoup. It's Tad Hudson's final game. He's already pretty much broken every record, but I can get some stats for Gene Steppers. Isn't it crazy, dude? We started this rebuild at a 76 overall. We're already up to an 80. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Rice Owls. The sun is setting where is this game played? Where do they play the Frisco Bowl? Anybody know? Regardless, dude, we're going to miss this kid so much. Hudson, remember when we were giving him some slack because he was a freshman? Not anymore, man. In fact, he's one of the best, I say as I get sacked, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation right now at a 91 overall. He's top 15, maybe not top 10, but it's 3rd and 9. I got to keep adding to his stats. Also, I want to be looking for Gene Steppers because we're still looking to break some career records with him. Gosh, he is fast. For how big this kid is, he's fast. Just not very agile. He's just got straight line speed. That's why he's got 98 deep route running and literally nothing else. If this is man coverage, it's a Gene Steppers touchdown. I don't know who's going to guard this 6'4", 96 speed kid. Fuck it, I'm going to throw it to him anyway. Okay, that's just blatant DPI. We're gonna get a big tackle here. All right, well, one of the linemen gets to make a big hit. That was such DPI, bro. I can play a little defense. Guys, maybe I can get the record. If I just user Donald Shillings and just scream at the quarterback every play. Just kidding. That is so not going to work. And my offense has been kind of ugly so far. I got to get it together here. I wonder if I could just send Gene to the end zone and just go airmail. 1st and 10. I don't think that's there, but look. Whoa. 2nd and 10. Gene had a shot, but so does Blunt. Nice catch. All right. 1st and 10. Ooh, Gene single coverage. I really like how that looks. Damn, he went under me? That's bold, dude. Dude, you got to be scared of any wide receiver who throws on number 81. Somebody like Gene Steppers throwing on 81. Tell you what, though, it feels like every game I've played, the pass rush has just been crazy. I don't know if that's a difficulty thing. Maybe I just got to work on my O-line. But I do find a play-action tight end down the seam. I'd love to win this bowl game. I'd love to give Coastal Carolina their best season since I took over. Let's see if we can do just that. Ooh, Hudson. Hudson's not really known for his speed, but he is right now. It's his final game, bro. Ball's just a little glitched inside his hand. You know how it goes. All right, 1st and 10. Gene Steppers. Split it, Gene. I wanted to throw that bad. Oh my God, look at how wide open B is. That's on me. It's not about the pass rush when you miss someone that open. All right, 2nd and 17. They keep leaving the running back, but what's the throw? Dude, I'm not doing my boy Tad any justice. I feel so bad right now. All right, Gene right in the middle. Let's grab it. Use that speed. 4th and 9. Let's go for it. We could tie this game up if we were scared. They refuse to guard him. And I refuse to throw a good ball. I can't throw a good ball with my 91 overall quarterback right now. Dude, I put up 0 points and I'm playing. I'm getting a little bit tilted. I'm not going to lie. All right, 3rd and 10. Sydney Boss is a touchdown. An absolute touchdown. I think I was looking too much at Gene. All right, 4:45 left in the 4th quarter. It's 10-7. We got a chance to win this ball game. Go play action here. See if Gene can get him over the top if he tries to really press him there. He's trying to press Gene Steppers. And that's a horrible football. Completely underthrown. Why can't I play with Tad right now? I played better when he was a freshman. Dude, I feel so bad. I'm doing my senior so dirty. Dude, another bad ball. Another orange pass. What's going on? This is not like you, Ted. Okay, Rice is press covering, though. Like, tell me why Rice wants to press cover. You know, if that's a good ball, it's a touchdown. That's a beautiful ball. That's the best ball we've thrown all day. Gene Steppers. What kind of name is Gene Steppers, by the way? Finally took the lead in this game, 14-10. We got to stop Rice now. Here's Robinson, one of our early linebacker pickups, and I just whiffed on attack. This is my worst game. I'm locked out. What's the opposite of locked in? Locked out? Let's send a blitz. Ooh, against an RPO is a good time to send it and put this ball game away. I'm on Akpalu. Get home. Now we just got to hold on to the lead. I'm going to try and hold on to the lead by throwing checkdowns to Gene. Just get him a few stats here. Hudson is hot. That's good news. And there's an easy pass into Gene Steppers. Finally getting something going. Yeah, not my prettiest showing. We're going to walk out of this game with a win, and you can't ask for too much more than that. There's Gene Steppers. Another beauty. Get there, Gene. He got there! Gene's gonna put it in to close this game out. The Frisco Bowl goes to the Chanticleers. It was not pretty, though. Not pretty at all. Rice put up a fight. Player of the game? Are they gonna give it to my boy Hudson? Gene Steppers, 147, and 2 touchdowns. Let's get it, baby. Scooter Scoffy, Frisco Bowl winner. Tad Hudson ends his college career as a 92 overall, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Littered across the record books of Coastal Carolina, and this marks a turning point in the way that we've been playing. So far, I've been recruiting quarterback, wide receiver, air raid, but now things are different. We've now knocked out every quarterback record that we can. Passing touchdowns, passing yards. Same theme for single season, Tad Hudson, Trey Taylor, Tad Hudson. It's time that we fully switch the game plan and go for ground and pound. I do worry we're not gonna be able to win as many games, which is gonna hurt our program's star level, our recruiting ability. But dude, Tad Hudson, career. This would be a record for almost every team. Tad Hudson threw for 14,700 yards, 127 passing touchdowns. Dude, we are just like building the greatest named roster of all time. Taj Cushenberry, Chip Pounds. Chip Pounds, your mom? Like, electric. All right, let's actually talk, though, because we got to switch everything up right now. Okay, one thing we got to keep in mind. Gene Steppers currently has 2,000 career receiving yards, so we can't just give up on this. He's very close, though. He needs about 50 more receptions, 1,400 more yards, and we have our career wide receiver records. Sydney Boss, for not even trying, is actually, like, really close. And what did I say about Gene Steppers? He's going to get platinum tier double dip, and there it is. But I need to switch to a rushing playbook. If you look at my career rushing yards right now, Deion Jameson is doing okay, but there's no way he can break the record with only 1 year left of eligibility. Same with DeAndre Blunt. I'm gonna have to switch in a freshman running back if we have a good one. Otherwise, we gotta recruit one and just let Deion Jameson have a really good season. Yeah, team looks a lot different now, although it is very nice that my top players are offensive linemen right now. Right guard, left tackle, right tackle. We're still a really good program. There's just a big vacancy at quarterback. Granted, Zach Hyman, who we redshirted back when Tad Hudson took over, is an 84 overall with 99 agility. Damn. Okay, that's fun. I don't think Devontae Farmer is my only freshman running back. He kind of looks like me a little bit, and I used to wear 33 when I was a freshman in high school, so this is freaking me out. I don't like it. Either way, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to let DeAndre Blunt go off this season. Maybe we can break some single game records, and I need to recruit a really good running back. Okay, so Blunt's starting there. You got to go in, if you're going to try and do something similar, you got to go into your third down running back and your power halfback. Make sure it's the same guy. Okay, DeAndre Blunt is set up to have a super good season. We do need to go to our scheme and playbook, and we're going to switch this to the University of Michigan. Michigan, year in, year out, has top performing running backs in this game. Let's go Michigan's pro style offense. Okay, here's Glenn Sweat, athlete receiving back. 4-star. Busted gem. Yikes. What about Demetrius Diamond? Busted gem? Stop it. All right, halfway through the season with Michigan's playbook, we're 5-3. It certainly helps that, the last 4 or 5 years, we've gotten our team overall up so much. So we have a significant edge on the Sun Belt right now. Let's see how we're doing here. Zach Hyman's putting up a lot less than Tad Hudson would have been putting up at this point. I think he was putting up 2,200 here, but that's on purpose. Holy shit. Yeah, Michigan's playbook's crazy. 8 games in, 800 yards. DeAndre Blunt's averaging, I was just about to say it, 99.8 yards per game. I was going to say 100. 6 touchdowns. He's only fumbled once. That's really good news. As you can see, Gene Steppers is not putting up the numbers that we want, but I think he still breaks the record at this pace, even with these kind of pitiful stats here. We need just enough to break the record. He doesn't have to blow it out of the water. We end the season 7-6. I was kind of worried about that. When Tad Hudson left and we switched a playbook, I didn't think we were going to be as good, but 7-6 ain't terrible. Hyman goes for 2,800 yards. Actually, a really good touchdown interception ratio. 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns out of DeAndre Blunt. When we get a freshman in this spot who's really going to take over, easily going to break those records. Steppers may have just gotten the receptions record, and he's dangerously close to the yards record. Okay, also, just notice this. Jamichael Flavors, another elite name. Jamichael Flavors is an 80 overall redshirt freshman. He's still got a lot of room to improve, not a ton, but enough to get significantly better. And he just got 6 sacks as a freshman. Jamichael Flavors, got to keep our eye on him defensively. I still got to kind of, autonomously get these sack records. Jamichael Flavors, okay. Okay, I do have an idea here because I recruited a very fast wide receiver earlier, and I've always loved the idea of position changing a wide receiver into a halfback. I think he should be a redshirt sophomore now, the kid I'm thinking of. Let me sort my team by speed. Bingo. DeAndre Ali, redshirt sophomore now with 98 speed, 95 excel. He would make for a hell of a running back. Granted, he actually loses an overall as a running back. That's probably because he doesn't have any running back stats. But with that much speed, I think he might be OP anyway. We basically just made Tavon Austin. That's the way I like to think about this. Okay, DeAndre Ali now, a redshirt sophomore running back with 98 speed, 95 excel. Okay, you know what? He can improve. I was going to say he might just be screwed. He has room to improve. This guy's basically just fast, and that's all he can do. But power can go up. IQ, elusiveness, hands, route running. He's got takeoff, recoup, safety valve. Recoup's actually really nice here because he's going to be a bell cow if we use him the way I want to. I don't know if this is gonna work or not in sim, but we're about to find out if all that speed is worth it. Okay, so we're gonna start DeAndre Ali at every position. He's a 78 overall, boosted to an 80, and he's stupid fast. I don't know. I mean, if I was playing, being stupid fast would be super good, but I don't know how this is going to work in sim. Also going to make sure that Gene Steppers is slot wide receiver. Going to make sure he gets that record. Quick check-in on these records we're going for. So Hudson's got our passing touchdowns. Gene Steppers officially has our receptions. And for receiving yards, he needs 2,800. He's about 200 yards away from that. So he's going to get it this season. Rushing yards. D'Angelo Henderson, 4,600. That's a lot. It's actually a lot. I need about 1,100 a season out of DeAndre Ali. Sorry, that's not his name. What's his name? I have dementia. Also, 58 rushing touchdowns? That's a lot, too. Gotta average 15 a season? I think we can do it, but this is gonna be a very difficult one. I think this might be our most difficult so far. Ooh, Sunbelt Championship? Against the number 13th ranked Raging Cajuns? Okay, we're 10-2. We're not ranked. Okay, so the Raging Cajuns are also 10-2, also in the Sunbelt, and they're ranked 13th in the nation. How did that happen? We're at the top of the Sunbelt in the East. Dude, this is actually a big win. We win this game. Do we have a chance to go to the college football playoffs, maybe? New QB this season, Steve Franks put up 2,600. Gene Steppers put up 861 and 7 touchdowns. So Steppers now the career receiving yard leader for Coastal Carolina. Rushing, this is the big one. Oh my God. An absolutely diabolical amount of touchdowns. Not as many yards as I would hope for. Not a great average. 6 fumbles. 26, bro. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. I guess we're going to find out. Dude, I am going to play the moments in this game, though. I would love to put up some crazy stats here because I feel like we could maybe go to the college football playoffs. DeAndre Ali, 98 speed. No, wait, that actually was going to be so golden if I just got out on the edge of that. All right, 2nd and 10. It is loud in the building. They're ranked. Get around the edge with all that speed. Yeah, like he's not intended to be a halfback, but we're making him be one right now. I feel like this could work, though. If I just kept spamming this, I feel like we could get a lot of yards. DeAndre Ali. I'm just going to keep taking handoffs until we just gash one of these. A little spin. Did not do what I wanted. 2nd and 7. Another handoff to the edge, but you are not DeAndre Ali. I feel like I'm playing Road to Glory halfback. Just spamming my run plays over and over. I don't get my juke. So many touchdowns. He's going to get the touchdown. He got 17 touchdowns this season. He's certainly going to get that record. Wait a minute. DeAndre Ali found a gap this time. There's a big run. Ooh, should I go for the single game record right now? Single game rushing yards record was Mike Tolbert, 244. Down 14-7, winning this game. I don't know. I mean, we have the same record. We're both in the Sun Belt, and they're ranked. So if we beat them, do we become ranked? Do we have a chance? Also, this is why DeAndre Ali is so good when I play as him, but in Sim, he's not, because I know how to cheese out the computer. I know how to take a weird angle with all my speed and still be able to score. I say as I lose 2 yards. Obviously, the computer can't do that. We got to give him a chance, though. He's only a redshirt sophomore. It's his first season as a running back, so I'm not going to freak out. But I do think he's got a shot at the very least. Ooh, 3rd and 5. I've made a mistake here. I was not managing this clock, but it might not matter. Can I get all the way there? Big spin, timeout. I'm just going to go with another stretch. We have another timeout just in case. Hopefully we can get this all the way in the end zone right here. Ali's going nowhere. 2 seconds. I'm going to try and throw this. I'm going to try and throw it past to Gene Steppers here. I don't know if this can be possible. 2nd and goal, 2 seconds. Need it all. Gene Steppers! Got him. Red zone alert? Don't mind if I do. 3rd and 6 here. Let's go left side. Let's cut this up. And DeAndre Ali, use your wheels, son. This is a huge game right now. Can he punch this in? He's certainly not a power back. Dude, Raging Cajuns' D-line is for real. They're still in a goal line set here. I think it's just the speed thing. I think I can get around the edge. Cut it up. Damn, they're fast. It's 21-21 in the Sun Belt Championship. And I got to get DeAndre Ali some yards. Good blocks. Great blocks. 98 speed, 95 excel, a huge spin. 20 rushes, 248. I believe that's the new single game record for Coastal Carolina, but I've got a few more records on my brain right now. We've got touchdowns, we've got career, we've got season. There's a whole lot we're looking to get to with DeAndre Ali, and I can't make it. We're gonna go strong power here. We do have a pulling left guard, and we've definitely got the numbers here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need a big juke, Ali! 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. I love this spin. Whoa. Yes, sir! Ali gets another one. Damn, red zone alert again? They must have turned over the ball. Wow, they got the ball after the kickoff and instantly turned it over, giving us a chance at another one if you could hold your block, son. 2nd and goal, same thing. Dude, like, honestly, this Raging Cajuns, like, 3-3 defense is so perfect, too. It's so easy to run the ball against this. You are not Ali. Good try, though. Joquan Theus thought he was going to come in and snag that. Dude, I noticed instantly. I was like, you are not as fast as you should be. We've got a flag here. That's going to be a holding. I guess that's extra yards. If I get one good run right here, we get an extra 12 yards and a touchdown. I'm going weak side. Do we get the blocks? Yes, sir. Use your speed. A juke. 4th and goal. Final play. It's coming down to the final play here. We're going left side. Ali on the last play. Trey Taylor did it before. Get to the... Oh, no. Hold your blocks. I mean, I spammed the same play. Of course, they reacted to it. Hey, listen. The Chanticleers are Sun Belt champions, and DeAndre Ali just had an absolutely massive game, bringing him closer to those career-long stats. But here's the thing. He is a sophomore, so we're kind of down a season right now with his stats. I do think it adds a little bit of realism because there's very few people in real-life college football who instantly start as a freshman. That's very uncommon in such a physical sport. Dude, so there's like a very small... DeAndre Ali just won Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week. Hell yeah. But wait a minute, dude. I gotta see this. Are we in? There's a tiny chance we made the college football playoffs. 2030 Heisman goes to a Kentucky quarterback. That's really cool. I don't know how often I've ever seen that. Maybe we just... No, we can't end the season 11-2. At the very least, we're getting a bowl game, right? Yep, we get the Fiesta Bowl against the ranked UAB Blazers for the first time in this entire rebuild. Coastal Carolina is ranked. We're 21st in the nation. And can we end the season 12-2? I just had so much input. I can't play another game. 11-3. We lose to UAB. Tough. Gene Steppers had 1 catch for 80 yards and a touchdown. That is all he contributed, was 1 deep bomb. Sounds like Gene. You want to see a bummer, though? Gene Steppers ends his career with 3,644 receiving yards and 38 receiving touchdowns. But guess what? That's not enough. 38 receiving touchdowns is not enough. I needed 46. So Gene Steppers has a lot of records, but he does not have the career Coastal Carolina touchdown catch record. It's going to have to be someone else. Go over here to Coastal Carolina, look at career. We've taken over most of these. Hudson, Steppers, Hudson. But touchdown catches. Gene Steppers falls 6 touchdowns short, and that was our last game. Ali now has 20 rushing touchdowns, 1,200 yards, and 7 fumbles. That is one of the craziest stat lines I've ever seen. All right, Ali's up to an 85. I'm not going to have enough time to break the rushing yards. 4,600 is not possible. He'd have to get 2,000 a season. That's only because I didn't start him as a freshman, but he could definitely get the touchdowns record. He can easily get the touchdowns record. I think this will be an easy autopilot season. We get the touchdowns record, and then we got to go back to the drawing board for rushing yards and receiving touchdowns. This is not easy. Damn, we got Ole Miss on the schedule too. Not a great season. D on championship contender. We're still an 82 overall. We lost half a star. 7-6, 4-4 in the Sun Belt. That's no bueno. Franks did okay. Ali was, I mean, even dude on Michigan playbook to put up this, you just aren't good. So yeah, he's got the speed, but it's not doing anything for simulation. I think he needs to be a true power or elusive back. I don't think the strategy is going to work. That being said, he has so many touchdowns already. I think one more solid season and he gets this record. So I still want him to get the record because we're just kind of knocking these things off as we go here. Oh no, I take it back. Dude, we're going to need a generational running back. I can't do the math on this. D'Angelo Henderson put up 4,658. 58 touchdowns is 15 touchdowns a season. 4,600 rushing yards is 1,150 rushing yards a season. I got to fully go back to the drawing board. This, yikes. No, Ali's not going to be able to get anything. Golly. All right, gentlemen, it's time to get desperate. So we've continued to have pretty solid quarterback play. I'm good there. Ali's not going to be able to break any records. He's so fast. He's actually really good. He can't break any records. We're going to look at our freshman, Waddy Daddy, Jimmy Waddy. These names are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. Jimmy Waddy. Or no, I'm sorry. We're not looking at Jimmy Waddy. It's Cameron Stingley, a much more standard name. I take it back. Cameron Stingley is a 6'1", 225 power back with 90 speed, 92 excel. He's only a freshman. He's got pretty solid stats. He's got good trucking and break tackle, stiff arm. Spin and juke are horrible, but he's a power back, you know. He's got 95 boosted stamina, so he could be a bell cow. I don't know. I'm really grasping at straws here because this is going to be super difficult. The good news, I suppose, we have nothing to lose. Like, it's not like I'm desperately trying for any other record or any other players right now, so let's just run a full season with this kid as our running back, and we'll see. Okay, there is a problem, though. Cameron Stingley wants to be a championship contender. And there's a risk of transferring if we're not, so we need to win some games this season. Yikes, I just dedicated a whole season to Cameron Stingley, and he is a risk of transfer. despite us going 9-4. We won every game that wasn't in the Sun Belt, but in the Sun Belt, we were 4-4, which is actually kind of shocking. You'd think we'd perform better within the Sun Belt. I really hope Stingley didn't just have an amazing season, because if he did, it would have just gone to waste. Oh, shit. Shit. This is actually a problem. He just had a very good season as a freshman. 5.2 average yards per carry, 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. But he wants to transfer because we're not a championship contender. Shit. That's actually an issue. All right, rather than dig the Cameron Stingley hole deeper, I've got a different option. That option is Matthew Vernon, who's a 78 overall, but he's a lot less prissy than Cameron Stingley. He doesn't care for championship contenders. He's going to play for us no matter what. I redshirted him last season. He had a pretty good offseason. He has base good speed, 92, 93, although unfortunately it can't go any higher. He's maxed out. But he's an elusive back who's going to get 4 good years on this program. Sorry, Devontae Farmer. You actually progressed really well, but I need to break some records here. So it's going to be Matthew Vernon from here on out. Look at that, dude. Cameron Stingley left and we went 10-4. Oh, 10-4. Sun Belt Championship and a bowl game. 6-2 in the Sun Belt. That's huge. Wait. That's really good. Those are 2 extra games. Colorado State just won the national championship, by the way. Dude, this whole time, because I've never been making it, I haven't been looking. I apologize. Hold up. Let's get into the lore. Who are the best teams in the nation right now? Georgia, Colorado State, Miami, Arkansas, Nebraska, NC State, Cincinnati, Iowa. It was an Iowa-Colorado State national championship where Colorado State won. Colorado State went 16-0. And won the 2033 national championship. I've got no excuse, dude. If Colorado State can go 16-0, what am I doing over here? Oh my God! Matthew Vernon, 250 carries, 1,539 yards, 6.2 average, 17 touchdowns, 110 a game. Holy shit. Holy shit. That had to be the best in the nation. Also, wait a minute. My head has been in the mud, dude. I haven't been paying attention. Chuck Vines got 10.5 sacks. That's great, but that's not what I'm so worried about. Gerald George, redshirt freshman out of Raleigh, North Carolina, just put up 10 sacks. If he does that every season, we get the record. Who is this kid? A power rusher? Ooh, that is a bummer. He's almost maxed already. Wow, as a redshirt freshman, he's almost maxed. His power moves around 89, can't go any higher. His power can go higher. His block shedding can go up significantly. His finesse moves can go up significantly. His quickness is maxed out. But for a right end, that's actually really fast. Gerald George. We are on to something right now, gentlemen. We might be able to get a defensive record so long as we can keep that kid. Ooh, and that's the other thing. He's actually a really high overall as a redshirt freshman. He may declare for the draft. Always got to be scared of that too. Right now, though, I feel really good about Matthew Vernon. The good thing about Vernon is... This sounds counterintuitive, but Vernon can't really get that much higher of an overall, which means he probably won't declare for a draft. Because if Matthew Vernon went up to 99, I'm going to lose him as a junior. But he can't. He could go up to like a 92, I think, maybe. And then he's just going to get physical abilities, which is even better. Holy shit, this kid's got a chance. A big one. Yeah, it certainly helps you have those 2 extra games, but what a great first season. Now we're talking, gentlemen. Now we're talking. A sophomore year, Matthew Vernon, just a freak show. I mean, we've kind of got depth too with Juan Talib, but I don't want to use anybody that's not named Matthew Vernon. He's an 87 overall, boosted to a 90. This might be his cap, though. He really can't get much better. Let's have another good season. All right, through 12 games, Vernon's got another 1,110. Not as good as last season, but I still should have 2 more games, at least 1 more game. Gerald George put up another 8.5 sacks through these 2 games, too. Damn, dude. This kid's really got a shot. He's an 89. No, he's going to get drafted. He's going to get drafted. Shoot. The Cure Bowl. We're playing in the Breast Cancer Cure Bowl in Orlando against Bowling Green. I haven't played the moments in a while. Oh my gosh, Bowling Green is an 82 overall? Dude, everybody's cooking. All right, there's Matthew Vernon, number 34. I don't really agree with the number here, Vernon, but you know what? It's your decision. Matthew Vernon last week, 20 attempts, 97 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10 here. Let's get out on the edge. I like those blocks. Oh, no. That's going to be a... Oh, my God. He just lit that big-ass safety up. I was just about to say, that's going to be a hold. Dude, they love to hold. They really do. I'm doing it right now. We already have the single-game rushing yards record. We have that with DeAndre Ali. I'm going to get rushing touchdowns today. And I don't have to rush to get in range. Let's see if we can get this ball off. No! Bad pass. I can keep running the football. We are still in Michigan's playbook. Oh my God, Vernon. No, we got grabbed. Nice. How are we going to make this happen? We're just going to throw it and pray. No, we dropped it. We don't have single game rushing touchdowns yet. Pickens? Is that George Pickens? If he's not ready to throw hands on sight, it's not George Pickens. But that is exactly what I needed to get in range. And we go inside zone to Matthew Vernon, one of the best running backs in the nation right now. Great blocks, and that's part of it. Bunch of stars on that O-line. I have a ton of good senior offensive linemen right now. It's so cheese, but dude, you can just ruin the computer with just 5 wide. They just, like, can't figure it out. Dude, who is this George Pickens' brother? Come on, Matthew Vernon. We're in the all-black unis for the Cure Bowl. Oh, Matthew Vernon. Oh, my God. He's an elusive back, people. I want to get Pickens involved against this man coverage. It's not man coverage, which does mean this will be wide open. Not the best ball. First and goal, Matthew Vernon. You want to do it? Good blocks. Cut it up. Matthew Vernon. Dude, look at the blocks. I'm so proud of this O-line. Look at him. He just tossed him into the end zone. It's going to be pretty tough to get that record, though. Single game rushing touchdowns. I've got 3 right now. And look at George Pickens' brother. This guy's so good. We don't have a lot of rushing yards, but we do have the touchdowns. Not really sure what we're looking at here. If I could, no, I didn't want him to go into the end zone. We win the Cure Bowl. I punch in some extra touchdowns, but I don't think I got our single game record. No, and I'm certain I did. All right, it's a big year for our roster. Let's take a look. Our top players are guards. Daryl Timms, Maurice Agba. I literally love that. And then Chester Kanoff. That is so good for what we're trying to do right now with our 4th best player, Matthew Vernon. I kind of expect him to have a better offseason. He really didn't do much at all in the offseason. His overall didn't go up, and he didn't get any new ability. That is shocking. Why do you have Matthew Vernon has 26 skill points? Oh, but he's fucking maxed. He can't do anything else. He can't get any new abilities. I think EA really made a big mistake with the way that they set up abilities and upgrades in Dynasty. I think this is the perfect example. We've got Matthew Vernon, a junior, one of the best running backs in the nation. And you're telling me that this is his maximum potential? He cannot get any better? Even if he rushes for 1,500 yards again this season, this is the best of the best. I think that's a huge mistake by EA. Granted, he is really good. 95 agility, 91 juke, 92 speed, 93 excel, but we're leaving a lot on the table not being able to get more abilities, so that's a bummer. The redshirt junior, Gerald George. This guy's looking scary. We may get sacks record and rushing yards if both of these guys come through for their senior season. 95 strength. He can still go up in finesse moves. He's getting really good abilities. He was a sleeper. I didn't expect him to be this good. We even have a really good blocking tight end on the team right now. We're an 85 overall on Coastal Carolina. It's a dope squad. Let's talk records, though. The only rushing record we do not have is rushing touchdowns in a single game. I have tied this with DeAndre Ali. I need 5. I need 5 rushing touchdowns in a single game to beat Lorenzo Taliaferro of Coastal Carolina. We have every other record on single game other than sacks and interceptions. I don't even know if those are possible, but I got to keep trying for it. The single season rushing record is 1,700. This is going to require a little bit of intervention from me, I think. I'm going to have to put up a crazy game. And then single season rushing touchdowns, 27. Wow, I don't know how I didn't realize this until right now, but that's insane. That's not even insane. That's ridiculous. 27? Ali put up 20 and that wasn't even close. I got to put up 3 touchdowns a game? Every game? Dude, mid-season, we're absolutely frying the Sun Belt. We're 8-1 right now, taking on Texas State next. We have to be at the top of our division in the Sun. Oh my God, we're not because Marshall's 5-0. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, we really do want the Sun Belt Championship. We need that extra game and then a bowl game. So Sun Belt Championship and a bowl game. Through 9 games, what are we sitting at with Vernon here? Oh my God. Vernon's at 1,000 yards, 6 average, 8 touchdowns right now. Yeah, dude, having like the best offensive line in the Sun Belt is doing us huge favors right now. All right, but I still need 27 touchdowns on a season. I'm gonna give my boy a hand here. Play the moments here against the Bobcats. They're significantly lower overall too. This could be very nice for us. Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! All right, the name of the game, rushing touchdowns. I think rushing yards is very doable. In fact, a lot of these records are very doable. Somebody was going crazy at Coastal Carolina, or it's also possible that it was like one of those, you know, redshirt freshman COVID year shenanigans guys, and I just threw an interception. It doesn't really matter. I don't, like, desperately need this win, although that is a little embarrassing. Regardless, whoever's got that record at Coastal right now, you're a freak show. 27 rushing touchdowns in a season, bro. Next time I get a moment, it's 17-7. Matthew Vernon, we need you, buddy. Let's have a great drive here. I'm gonna flip this weak side because I played enough Road to Glory running back to know how this sets up. And dude, could you guys, like, stop? Why do we get a holding 1 out of every 5 plays? All right, 1st and 18. Let's get out on the edge. It don't matter, dude. Matthew Vernon's frying these kids. Oh my God, look at those blocks, dude. What are we doing out here? I do miss DeAndre Ali's speed, though. I do miss that 98 speed. All right, let's pass this into range here. They've seen enough run plays. Okay. Well, I give my line a lot of credit for their run blocking, but we're just not pass blockers. Being flooded by the Bobcats. Oh my God, they're nanoing me. I can't even get my pass off. Granted, if I wasn't on 4 or 5 minute quarters, Matthew Vernon, 4th and 2. Can we win this game? I gotta try. Matthew Vernon. Ooh, get in there. Here we go. 2nd and goal. We can see the blitzer. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. All right, that's right before the 2-minute warning, too. If we get a stop, we can win this game. All right, there's Gerald George. We need Gerald George to come off that edge hot. I'm on Applewhite. He's going to hand this football off, and look who it is. Gerald George with the stop. Oh, somebody get on the back. I don't know. I mean, they might pass this. I'm going to get on the safety. I'm getting on Khan in case. I do expect it. Oh, my gosh, they're passing. Oh, my God, and he's wide open. Oh, no, it is. That's ball game. Oh my God, I just lost to the Bobcats. Why was that such a tough game? That's crazy. We went 10-2 and we don't go to the Sun Belt Championship because Marshall was undefeated. The way the Sun Belt is set up is so stupid. Sun Belt East and West is the dumbest shit ever because, well, I guess I wouldn't have made it either way, huh? I wouldn't have gotten it either way. We continue to just beat down the Sun Belt. Same with the Raging Cajuns. They've been really, really good consistently. Marshall, us, 82s and 83s. The best team in the Sun Belt is actually the Troy Trojans, who are an 85 overall now. Old Dominion is the worst. Jesus, man. Matthew Vernon is going nuts. Like, this is what's crazy. Matthew Vernon just averaged 5.5 yards a carry. He went for 1,400 yards. This isn't even half of the single-season rushing touchdowns. It's not even half. That's so crazy, dude. He's gonna 100% get it, though. What about Gerald George? Oh, my God. Robert Draft? Who are you? My D tackles went bonkers. Gerald George only got 6. This is what I mean by, like, the sack and interception records, too. Like, you have to, like, this shit is a fucking pot. It's pure chance. How did my backup D tackle go for 15.5 sacks? That doesn't make any sense. Congratulations, though. That's, oh my God, is that a single season record? Wait, is that a single season record? I think that's a single season record. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sitting over here complaining. Did he get a game record? I feel like he might have got a game record if he did that. Okay, so he did not get a game record, but single season Coastal Carolina sack record is now held by Robert Draft, my backup D tackle. That makes no sense, but I'm so happy to have it. Still working on this rushing touchdowns. I got everything else. Rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. I'm going to have to go crazy my senior year with Vernon. We're going to get rushing yards senior year. We're going to get rushing touchdowns senior year, I hope. We got to have the craziest season coming up here. And then we've got to knock out touchdown catches. Although Gerald George is super close to the career sack record right now. He's very close. And then it's just touchdown catches, and then we're good. I think a really cool challenge would be doing the same thing, but with a time limit. Like, I don't get infinite years to complete it. Because I've been moving so fast, I didn't even think about it. It's 2036 right now. So we are 12, 13 years deep into this. And I've still got a good amount of records to go. Granted, I should be able to knock out a lot of them this season right now with our star-studded seniors. There's Matthew Vernon, who, once again, can't get any better. Our best player is Chester Kanoff, center. Our second best player, Gerald George, who's hopefully going to get the career sack record this season for Coastal Carolina. Then it's Matthew Vernon, hoping to do the exact same thing. Robert Draft is now a senior. He just came off of a 15.5 sack season, which is just unbelievable. I guess technically, if he did that again, he would also have the career record. He would have done it in 2 seasons, but I'm not banking on that. I think that was an absolute anomaly. I don't think we could ever replicate a 15.5 season out of a D tackle like that. I really don't know how that happened. If I want to even with 27 rushing touchdowns in a season. I got to get involved here. I'm going to play the moments here against the Astronauts. Luckily, we have a plus 27 overall advantage on them. That's crazy. Yeah, the 85 overall Chanticleers taking on the Astronauts at home. This is a great opportunity to get 5 rushing touchdowns in a game, beat the single game record, and to put up, you know, some historic numbers to kick off this season. Here's what we got to do if we're going to break these records. We got to put up 5 touchdowns right now. We've got to go to the Sun Belt Championship, and we've got to play in a bowl game. We've got to do all of that in this senior season. And to start that out, I got to give Matthew Vernon a whole lot of yards. We need that. Okay, we're at home on our turf field, which I do really like. I don't have to run the ball the entire time because truly, the only thing we're super behind on is rushing touchdowns. So to conserve clock, I can go yard, take the top off of some of these astronauts, roll out of this pocket. There's a deep out route. That's a beautiful football from Callum. Stretch runs are OP against the computer. I don't know why. They just are. For some reason, the computer just really struggles to defend stretch runs. If you ever played Road to Glory running back, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. 2nd and 5. We're going to go play action here. I might pepper this pass into Pepper. I will. I did not mean to go turbo, but let's just send it. I believe in Matthew Vernon. This guy's an 1,000-yard rusher every season. He gets a monster stiff arm. 4th and inches over the top. Matthew Vernon. All right, don't get injured now, buddy. Don't get injured in your senior season when you're this close to breaking the career records. Dude, I should have looked at their record books before I started this. How did that running back... That was Juan Talib, who just had the biggest run of the day. Matthew Vernon comes out for one play. I'm going to take this weak side. They're blitzing. Oh, this looks really good. Need a stiff arm. Good. Good. Twice. Okay, Matthew Vernon's in the end zone. Coach wants to kick a field goal. Coach, are you crazy? It's 4th and 11. I know this looks really stupid, but if you just believe, you'll see what I see. You'll see another 20 out of Matthew Vernon. The other thing that I haven't used at all yet, and I can't believe I haven't, is speed option. Speed option is so good against the computer, especially not the Astronauts. So this couldn't be an easier touchdown. I can't believe I haven't used that until right now. By the way, you guys, I'm really excited to continue this series with different teams because I think it's so fun trying to break the records as opposed to just trying to win the national championship. If you've got any awesome teams or crazy records from a team, please let me know who I should do next. I did Texas first for the Nationals. And then I just randomly picked Coastal because I thought they had a really cool field, and you're not Matthew Vernon because I'm fucking yapping. Oh, no. That's actually so bad. Matthew Vernon cheesing his way down the sideline. One more zone option. Will they ever figure it out? It appears no. But that's to leave. 3rd and 1 against the goal line. Set. Oh, my God, Matthew Vernon. 1st and goal. Edge, 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 edge. I'm edging. Is he not in? Oh my God, he's not in. 2nd and goal from the 1. I did get out of bounds though, but stop the clock. That's huge. Snap, handoff, easy. Oh my God, and a pancake. No, they just let the game end? Wow, we just put up, I mean, we tied the record. I'm gonna have to do it again. There's gonna have to be a game further down the line where we do it again. Through 7 games of his final season, Matthew Vernon's at 846 in 10. 3 of those touchdowns were mine, so in the other 6 games, he's averaging a touchdown or more. This is so annoying, and there's nothing I can do about it, but Juan Talib keeps coming in and getting touchdowns. If I could force every touchdown to go to Vernon, I could do it, but I can't. That's not possible. I'm gonna manually play Marshall here. Once again, I'm gonna play the moments. I don't know who this freak show is that did 27 in a season, but dude, it's giving me Blake Corum vibes. Do you guys remember Blake Corum on the University of Michigan when they won the national championship? That kid's, if you were to go on like one of the sports books and bet on a Blake Corum anytime touchdown, it was like minus 400 odds. It was horrible odds because he would put up 3 touchdowns a game. That's what this Coastal Carolina running back did. 2nd and 3, the cutback of a lifetime. Wait a minute, we must have turned over Marshall. Yeah, as soon as they got the ball back, they turned it over. We got 1 touchdown. No way this becomes a touchdown. Matthew Vernon. He's not in. And just flop over the top. Let me see a big one. Okay. All right, Matthew Vernon. The pitch of a lifetime. Yoink. Oh, let's just go right at him. 3rd and 6. We know we're going for it on 4th, right? Ooh, Matthew Vernon. What a move and a stiff arm to cap it off. That was sick. Oh, I needed that, Vernon. I needed that. Some great looking blocks here and some great looking vision. I get dragged down at the 6. Vernon's got 21, 136. 3rd and 6. Zone option. Oh, bad pitch. Doesn't matter. Red zone alert. Wait a minute. This is for the record, ladies and gentlemen. Record alert. Matthew Vernon could get 5 rushing touchdowns in a single game. I had to flip to 5-minute quarters, though. I'm not proud of it. Or sorry, 15-minute quarters. Come in here for the no huddle inside zone. Take it at the guts. And that's history. Coastal Carolina, Matthew Vernon, single game rushing touchdowns with 5. And we are not even close to done yet. We got ourselves another red zone alert. They're blitzing up the middle, which is perfect for this play. Excellent blocking. Vernon's got 6. Our slot wide receiver's name is Poindexter. You can't make this shit up. Poindexter, go get him, buddy. Coastal Carolina just put a whooping on Marshall. I think we got 6 touchdowns, although there was a 7th there at the end. It was a moment I didn't get to play it. Yep, Matthew Vernon, 204 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. That's a new record, and it's bringing us closer to that single season record, too. All right, we end the season 10-2. Okay, the Sun Belt is set up in the stupidest fucking way. Oh my God, but James Madison went 11-1. I don't get a Sun Belt championship. Oh God, I'm actually so scared to look at our stats now. Matthew Vernon, 1,400 yards, 20 touchdowns and a fumble. So I gotta put up 8 touchdowns in this final game. Juan Talib has 8. If you could just hand those to the boy. Dude, Vernon had to have been like one of the best running backs in the entire nation. He had to have been. He was. He didn't average the most. Tremaine Fanene, Brian Turner, Ralph Allen, these guys averaged more. I just was a bell cow, 255 carries. Yeah, Jesus, that's a lot of carries. Still, though, 20 touchdowns. 20 touchdowns obviously led the league. We are ranked 23rd in the nation, but no, I mean, there's no way we go to the college football playoffs. It's going to come to, we got to have a 8-touchdown bowl game. Not getting the Sun Belt championship is horrible. I could have gotten 4 touchdowns a game and had it, but no Sun Belt championship because James Madison decided to go 11-1. Matthew Cordova wins the Heisman for Miami. DeMarcus Folk. We have a black kicker that just won the 2036 Kicker of the Year. We get the Camellia Bowl. Montgomery, Alabama against the Ohio Bobcats. This is our final game. Oh no. Gotta put up rushing touchdown. I'm gonna pull out everything. I'm gonna pull out every single stop to do it here, but I don't know how I feel about this. All right, gentlemen, you ever seen an 8 rushing touchdown game? Oh, I'm sure actually you did in the Texas one, didn't you? What a ball! Ben McDowell! Got a beautiful looking corner route over there. Pepper! Get down, Pepper! He almost scored! Halfback slash Vernon's gonna dive in behind the highest overall player on this team. And now we gotta let Matthew Vernon punch it in for his 2nd touchdown of 8. Vernon. Stuffed, sort of, but he got a yard. Can you get one more, buddy? Dive. All right, 1st and 10. 3rd touchdown for Matthew Vernon coming up. We can run this perfectly. Get out there. Get out there late as possible. It's just gorgeous. Let it be known that this is the first game where I'm truly cheesing the shit out of it. Like trying everything in my power to completely cheese it. That's what it takes for this 28 touchdown season. Then fine. But just know that I did it ethically up until now. All right, 2nd and 6. Another late pitch. Dude, for some reason, they can't take the right angle on that. The computer can't. It's getting down to it, isn't it? Okay, let's bring this left side. Great downfield block. Bad angle on a number 11. Matthew Vernon's gonna get it. That didn't look like it had a chance. All right, 3rd and 5. We're sitting on 6 touchdowns. 10 minutes left in the ball game. 42-14. We meet again. Zone option. And there's Matthew Vernon. There's some great downfield blocks. There's a juke. All right, same shit. We're going right side. There's the late pitch. I'm telling you, man, it's too good. Give me a stiff arm. Give me it. Come on now, Vernon. Oh, my God. What? It doesn't matter. We're going to get this. It doesn't matter. We're going to get this. Come on, come on, come on, boys. We got to be. History is about to be made. 2nd and inches from the 17, 49-14, and Matthew Vernon is a touchdown away from the most prolific Coastal Carolina record, 28 rushing touchdowns on the season. This is Matthew Vernon's final game of college football. It is his senior year bowl game. No playoff berth. And wait a minute. I'm going the wrong direction. Wait a minute. 2nd and 17. Let's settle down here. Let's pass this into range. if we can. Oh my God, we're flushed out of the pocket. I gotta get rid of it. 3rd and 17. Bobcats go zone. Big mistake. Pepper grabs it, 4th and 2. Matthew Vernon, I need 2 big yards out of you, buddy, to make history. Matthew Vernon up the gut. Stuffed. Oh, but we're gonna get it back. We're gonna get another opportunity. Oh my goodness. I thought we were cooked. 3rd and 2. We do get another moment to make something happen. Vernon's got it on the speed option. It looks like we technically could get another one. We're not gonna be greedy. 56-14. Oh, wait. This may go down as the greatest scandal in MMG history. Coastal Carolina career records. We have officially gotten every single Coastal Carolina career record. Gerald George just got sacks with 30 on his career. Congratulations. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have touchdown catches. I still got to get touchdown catches. But Matthew Vernon got rushing touchdowns and rushing yards. Gene Steppers with receiving yards and receptions. Hudson's pass touchdowns and pass yards. But Coastal Carolina, season-long rushing touchdowns is an asterisk. Lorenzo Taliaferro, 27. And I don't know what this kid was smoking. MM fraud strikes again, bro. I've been at this for 7 hours. I'm starting to freak out. Single game records, we've got these two. Tad Hudson, Trey Taylor, DeAndre Ali. Kind of cool to see him on the list. Trey Taylor, Tad Hudson, Vernon, Trey Taylor. Still haven't beat Josiah Stewart's sacks and Dontavius Johnson's interceptions. All right, gentlemen, I'm going balls deep on career touchdown catches, and I'm going to reassess where my mental power is at. I cannot believe that Matthew Vernon came 1 touchdown short from truly breaking the record. All right, what's the state of Coastal Carolina? I've been laser focused on Matthew Vernon. Quarterbacks still look really good, and we've actually got crazy depth at this position too. Ton of very good options. Our starter is Dakota Durham, an 82 overall out of Georgia. I like him. The backup is a speed demon, J.D. Donnerson. The question right now is wide receivers. Ooh, redshirt freshman, 74 overall. Very slow, though. We do have a fast redshirt freshman, Jamison Carmen. Potential isn't much more. I think I'm going to go for it with Deshaun Coffey. He at least has room to improve somewhat. He's already got bronze tier takeoff. Takeoff is super good. He can get silver tier. Can't get much better than that. Really, though, this is just playbook dependent. Clemson was good for getting passing yards, but Clemson kind of distributed the football too much. I need something that's just going to go like balls deep on my wide receiver 1. That's what I need right now. So I'm going to start Deshaun Coffey. I'm going to start him at slot wide receiver as well. And I'm going to switch my playbook to TCU. I feel like I see TCU wide receivers win. Actually, no, I feel like I see Oregon wide receivers win it. I feel like I see Oregon wide receivers win the Heisman every once in a while. It's usually a quarterback, but if it's not, I feel like it's an Oregon wide receiver. So let's try this out. We really have nothing to lose. That's our first losing season in a while. You know, Michigan Playbook is actually really good now that I think about it. I don't think Michigan Playbook ever gave us a losing season. Switching over to Oregon clearly did not work. Ironically, Oregon just won the national championship against Ohio State. So we're back to reality. Did we get the touchdowns, though? It's really all that matters. Okay, well, Dakota Durham only threw 16 touchdowns, so there's almost no way this worked out. Yeah, it was horrible. Deshaun Coffey had 5. This is a pitiful season. I got to go back to Clemson. What am I doing switching things up? What was I thinking? Ooh, we got a new, better freshman, actually. Ooh, yes, I very much like this. Yeah, this is going to be the guy. Clemson Playbook, George Adianju out of South Florida. Sorry, Deshaun Coffey, your 1 season of mediocrity is over. Dude, we are so back, but I can't figure out the wide receiver thing right now. I think I need to go look nationally at other teams because we threw 23 touchdowns, but it's so spread out. I'm going to go look nationally. I need a different game plan here for this one. All right. Percy Kellum of NC State had 20 touchdowns. Dave Bargavo of NC State had 18? What? So both of these guys were NC State? I guess the NC State quarterback threw 38 touchdowns. That's crazy. Dalton Vaughn of FSU. Okay, the Notre Dame kid had 81 receptions. 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns. Kind of makes me want to switch up to Notre Dame. What was NC State up to, bro? NC State's quarterback, yeah, he threw 46 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions, which is bonkers. All right, I'm going to try out NC State, I guess. I mean, I still really like our wide receiver, but I gotta... All right, we're going to steal your whole flow, NC State. Word for word, bar for bar. I'm taking your air raid. Quick look in at our lineup. Deshaun Coffey is our third best player now. Maybe I gave up on him a little bit too quickly. Tommy Hill, though. We got a 91 overall middle linebacker and a 91 Frederick Heed right guard. It's kind of funny how players progress as I'm just, like, not paying attention to them. Got Rashard Ruggs, an insane power back. But we're still looking at George Adianju halfway through the 2039 season. Oh, shit. NC State is the cheat code. NC State's the cheat code I never knew about. I never knew NC State's playbook was like that. 634 yards, 43 receptions, 10 touchdowns through half of the season for George Adianju. So that first season, only 5 touchdowns. Definitely a bit of a setback, but if we can put up 15 a season for the rest of it, we're going to grab the record. A little bit more than that. We need 16 a season, but it looks like it's going to be pretty simple. We got a Sun Belt and a bowl game, too. The perfect season. We go 10-4. Dude, for such a good rebuild, having never made the college football... Whoa, big season out of Adianju. I was going to say, having not made the playoffs ever does kind of suck, but Adianju is now an 80 overall with 17 receiving touchdowns and 1,000 yards. Thank you, NC State Wolfpack. Let's put together another big season, and I think this should be a breeze come senior year. The year is 2040. Our first game of the season is against number 1 ranked Texas. But George Adianju is more than on pace. This is his junior year. He needs 44 receiving touchdowns on his career to beat the record. He's at 23, so if he kept it up like this, he'd be at 46, just barely over. We have 2 great receivers, though, Deshaun Coffey and George Adianju. Adianju's up to an 85 overall now, boosted to an 87. He's virtually maxed out, but he does have some room and physical abilities. Just kidding. He has maxed out his abilities, too. Shoot. They keep getting us like that, man. All right. A not-so-spectacular season right now, 4-4. That doesn't matter. We're record breakers. Okay, good passing stats. Who and why? Malik Blanco's repping 10? Who are you, bro? So redshirt freshman. Adianju's got 6, which is good. Could certainly be better. What happened? Did they adjust my depth chart for me? Or did this kid just decide to go off? It adjusted my depth chart. You know, there's no option for that in this game. They have like auto reorder depth chart and manual reorder depth chart in Madden. They don't have that in this game. But okay, it's fixed now. So I'm glad we didn't get through the whole season like that. Ooh, 5-7 season. 5-7 season is really bad. That means no bowl game, no Sun Belt. Hopefully that adjustment was good for our touch. Oh my God, we hardly threw any more touchdowns. Adianju in the latter half of the season only had 2 more touchdowns. Our quarterback only threw 2 more touchdowns in the latter half of the season. Uh-oh. Senior season for Adianju's gonna get nice and close. So, George Adianju sitting at 31 career touchdowns. He needs 44. We need 13 touchdowns or more next season. Definitely doable, but a little spooky. All right, moment of truth. Halfway through the season, our quarterback's thrown 21 touchdowns. How many went to the... Stop spreading the wealth, bro. Stop distributing the football. Just feed my boy. Adianju's sitting at 6 touchdowns on the season. His career stats are 37. He needs 44. I'm going to give him a little hand right here. Taking on James Madison. Right, our first moment comes down 17-0. We're getting flooded. But Adianju appears to be in single man. Oh, no, it's zone. Let's go for it. Dropped. Send him up the seam again. Sauer, let's feed my boy here. Oh, that's main coverage. Oh my God, he's like tripled. It's like they know what we're doing. Quick turnover from James Madison. Sorry, guys. Dude, my brain is like shutting off. We've been at this for so long. But I'm going to get Adianju in that record book. I'm going to give him a slant here. Hopefully he gets manned up. That would be perfect. If not, got to hit him quick. Oh, he might be there. Oh my goodness. That's gross. I don't think that should have gone through. We're lucky that it did. It's not main coverage. Fuck it. Let's go anyway. Adianju. Oh, we mossed him. Oh, he hung on to that. That's how we do it, son. That's 2 touchdowns for the boy. He's at 39 career touchdowns, and I can't make the fatal mistake of miscounting this time around. I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Fuck it. Oh, I was just about to unload that. It looked like he kind of had it. 2nd and goal. That's man coverage. Adianju burns. That was a star corner he just burnt over there. Nice work. Let's make history, son. Let's make history, son! Oh, no! I just got mossed. Oh, my goodness. Nice play. Dude, they could tie the game up now. Ooh, they ran commit. They ran commit. They ran Commit, George Adianjo. Oh, let's add another big game, 42-33. That's what James Madison gets for not letting me play in the Sun Belt, whatever year that was. We're like 16 years deep. My brain's not working anymore, but Adianju just put up a career performance. Dude, we might be getting to the point where we're so deep into the dynasty. Like, I think there's a limit. I think you can only go to the year 2050, I think. Something like that, 2052. Like, I'm almost to the point where I can't sim anymore, so I gotta get this done. Adianju, 4 touchdowns, the Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week, no doubt. Probably should be national, too. 12, 197, and 4. You'd think, right? That propels Adianju to 41 receiving touchdowns. I'm gonna sim to the end of the season. If he doesn't have it, it's gonna require the bowl game, but there's enough games here. I feel like he's gonna get this done. Adianju's career stats on Coastal Carolina: 48 receiving touchdowns. History is finally made. I couldn't get Gene Steppers to do it, but Adianju pulls it home. He's still got some upgrades available. He's got double dip, recoup, and takeoff. And he's number 80, just like Gene Stepper. Gene Stepper was 81. All right, boys. My brain power is officially in the fucking toilet. Let's take a look at our career records. How close did we get with Coastal Carolina? I wanted every single record. You can tell when I got the record because it says C. Carolina as opposed to Coastal Carolina. That is an interesting visual bug coding, I guess. I don't know why it would do that, but everything that says C. Carolina was me. Career passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, receptions, passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, touchdown catches, and sacks. We were unable to beat Quentin Teal's career interception record. Our season records, single season records. Sadly, I fell short on 3. Josh Norman's interception records and Lorenzo Taliaferro. This guy, I don't know how he did this. 1,727 rushing touchdowns. I came desperately close with Matthew Vernon. I had about 1,626, but I fell short. And our single game records, we were able to beat everything except for Josiah Seward's sacks and Don Tavis Johnson's interceptions. Trey Taylor, Matthew Vernon, Tad Hudson, DeAndre Ali. Oh my gosh, dude, I will say though, like, we put up such good year-over-year performances with Coastal Carolina, and we never went to the college football playoffs. Look at the job security for Yuleen Eilich. 100%, a B prestige, a career record of 153 and 81, 65% career win percentage, 13 winning seasons. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? I went to the playoffs at one point? I simmed through I went to the playoffs at one point. I don't remember that. I must have simmed through it. That's so sad. Oh my God. Well, we went 0-1. My playoff win percentage is 0. We sent 2 kids to the first round. One of them was definitely Tad Hudson. We sent 18 draft picks, and we never had a top 5 recruiting class, which I can't say I'm shocked about. We are Coastal. This was a ridiculously fun rebuild. I honestly had a blast. These ones take forever, but I really enjoy it. Yuleen Eilich, the level 50 legendary head coach of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, broke 90% of records in the books, but there were some that were just too tough for me to beat. I'm calling it, boys. I hope you enjoyed. This was so much fun, and let me know what team to do next. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.